Echoes of Eras, the Voynich Manuscript, the code that no one can break. More than 600 years ago, someone, we don't know who, wrote a book that no one can read. A book filled with drawings of impossible plants, floating women, and strange symbols that look like language but aren't. A book that has outlived its authors, its readers, and its meaning. A book that shouldn't exist, yet somehow does. This is the story of the Voynich Manuscript, history's greatest enigma, the code that no one can break. It was discovered in 1912 by a Polish bookseller named Wilfrid Voynich while he was searching through a chest of rare manuscripts in an Italian Jesuit library near Rome. Among dusty scrolls and forgotten volumes lay a small book, about 240 pages long, handwritten in an unknown script, filled with cryptic illustrations. Voynich didn't know it yet, but he had just uncovered the most mysterious document in the world. The manuscript's pages were made of fine vellum, calfskin, beautifully preserved and inked with care. Its script flowed smoothly from left to right, line after line, like a real language. But no one recognized the words. No Latin, no Greek, no Arabic. No known language at all. It seemed to belong to another world entirely. In time, scientists dated the parchment using radiocarbon testing. The results were shocking. The vellum came from the early 1400s, during the dawn of the Renaissance. That means the book was written centuries before Voynich ever found it. Its author? Unknown. Its purpose? Still a mystery. The illustrations only deepened the confusion. There were hundreds of them, plants that don't exist, celestial charts that don't match our sky, and dozens of naked women bathing in pools connected by a strange network of green tubes. It looked part botanical manual, part alchemical code, part dream. Even the experts couldn't agree what they were seeing. Was it science, magic, medicine, or madness? We do know that the manuscript passed through powerful hands. At one point, it was owned by Emperor Rudolph II of the Holy Roman Empire, a ruler known for his obsession with alchemy and the occult. He reportedly paid 600 gold ducats for it, a fortune, believing it to be the work of the legendary philosopher Roger Bacon, a 13th-century English scholar rumored to have unlocked the secrets of nature itself. But Bacon had been dead for over a century when the book was written. Still, the emperor kept it among his treasures, convinced it contained forbidden knowledge. Over the centuries, the book vanished and reappeared again and again, traveling across Europe, from emperors and priests to collectors and scientists, each one trying and failing to read it. By the 20th century, the Voynich manuscript had drawn the attention of cryptographers and codebreakers from around the world. Some of them were war heroes who'd broken Nazi codes and Soviet ciphers, but even the best minds of modern intelligence couldn't find a key. They tried everything: frequency analysis, linguistic modeling, pattern recognition. Every language on Earth was tested. Not a single match. Even artificial intelligence has been unleashed on its pages, and yet the computer models are just as confused as humans. It looks like language. It behaves like language, but it doesn't act like any human tongue. So what is it? Over the decades, countless theories have tried to explain the Voynich Manuscript. The first, a complex cipher hiding real information. Maybe an alchemist encoded his discoveries to protect them from the church. Maybe it was the secret of immortality, or a formula for the philosopher's stone, but every attempt to decrypt it has failed. The second, a hoax. Perhaps a 14th-century trickster created it to sell to a rich collector. After all, even in medieval Europe, fake relics and pseudo-alchemical texts were big business. But the handwriting consistency, the structured grammar, and the organization of the book suggest intention, not nonsense. It's too perfect, too deliberate to be random. The third, an invented language. Some believe the author designed an entirely new alphabet, complete with its own grammar and syntax, a kind of universal language before its time. If true, it would make the writer a genius centuries ahead of their age, a medieval linguist trying to reinvent the very concept of communication. Others believe it's something far stranger, a record of visions or dreams drawn by a mind under the influence of unknown substances, a copy of knowledge from an older civilization passed down through secret societies, or even, as fringe theorists suggest, a message from somewhere beyond Earth. But the most haunting detail is this. Despite all the effort, despite all the technology, the manuscript just doesn't refuse to be read. It fights back. Computer models detect repeating linguistic patterns, but when you analyze them deeper, the structure breaks apart. Some pages look random, others follow statistical laws of real languages, but only for a few lines, then collapse again. It's as if the text was engineered to imitate meaning while hiding its true one. Whoever wrote it wanted it to look real, but not to be understood. And that's what keeps researchers obsessed. Every time you think you're close, it slips away again. Every decade brings a new decipherer claiming victory, and every decade their theories fall apart. The Voynich Manuscript remains undefeated. So, what if it was never meant to be read at all? What if its purpose was something else entirely? Some scholars believe the manuscript may have been created for ritual, a tool for meditation, or initiation into a hidden order. Others think it could have been an attempt to visually represent the mind, an artistic experiment in capturing thought without words. And maybe that's why it still feels alive. It exists halfway between reason and imagination, a bridge between the logical and the mystical. Even the plants, bizarre as they are, seem almost familiar, as if drawn from memory or dream. The constellations in the astronomy section vaguely resemble real ones, yet remain unrecognizable. The manuscript mirrors our world, but not quite. Like a reflection in water, distorted, fluid, beautiful, and impossible to grasp. And yet, maybe that's the point. The Voynich Manuscript isn't about what it means, it's about what it represents. It's a reminder that even in an age where satellites scan planets and AI translate languages in seconds, there are still mysteries that humble us. Mysteries that remind us how little we really know about the past and about ourselves. So maybe the book's greatest secret is that it has none. Maybe it's not a code to be solved, but a mirror, showing our endless hunger to find meaning even where there might be none. And maybe that's what keeps us human.
So we return to the same question that haunted Voynich himself more than a century ago. Who wrote this book? And why? Was it a lonely scholar's attempt to capture a language of angels? A medieval artist's dream? A forgotten genius's warning? Or just the world's most beautiful mystery, meant to be admired but never explained? We may never know, but one truth remains. The Voynich Manuscript endures, unbroken, unreadable, and absolutely unforgettable.
If you believe that some mysteries are meant to stay unsolved, then you're one of us. Like this video, subscribe to Echoes of Eras, and join us as we uncover the hidden stories buried in time. Because even in a world of answers, there are still questions waiting in the dark.